Yun-sun from the Stimson Center joins us now. She is the director of their China program. So what we're hearing is another pledge to advancing high-quality, sustained growth. But given the current global economy and the economy in China, how can that be accomplished?
Well, it works both ways, right? So first of all, we know that the economic pressure for China's to stimulate its domestic growth has been extremely high, especially given the economic slowdown. This is particular pressure in this year of 2019. But on the other hand, you could also say that there's never a good time to really reform the economic structure of the Chinese economy. So with the trade war and also with the international pressure on the growth rate for China domestically, I think that it is actually a good opportunity for Chinese government to take the measures that it should have taken a long time ago, but was not able to.
How much of an impact has geopolitics and the global economy coming into 2019 played a part in what is being done and talked about at the two sessions?
There's some. We certainly sense more moderate messaging coming out of the Chinese government, especially the work report by the premier 2 days ago about how we need to have moderate expectations about China's economy, and also be more wary and be more alert about the downward risks that has been imposed on the Chinese economy. And a lot of this is associated with geopolitical changes in the international environment, especially this more hostile policy that the United States is adopting toward China. And China is basically singled out as a geostrategic threat of the U.S. currently and in the future. So I think all these are having negative impact over China's plan to stimulate its economic growth in 2019. And this year is also important because it's the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China. It's also the anniversary of many memorable events in the Chinese history. So for the Chinese government, the need and the necessity to manage the economy well this year is particularly high.
What is something that you are really watching during these two sessions? What issue or what will you be looking for?
I think for observers here, a lot of people are looking for messages on, for example, Belt and Road, whether China is continuing that expensive effort without knowing necessarily the result is going to be positive. People are also looking at the Taiwan issue because this year there are speculations about the Taiwan government going to take some risky moves in terms of its international engagement. So people want to see what the two sessions really have about Taiwan. And most importantly, I think people are trying to discern whether there is any concrete messaging about how to end this U.S.-China trade war, which is currently the priority for the Chinese government.
Looking ahead, we have a news conference coming up on reforming fiscal issues and taxes. Taxes, both for businesses and for regular Chinese people, has been a big topic coming into 2019.
That is certainly the case. We have heard a lot of complaints from the Chinese private sectors about the tax policy and the fiscal policy and some of the financial policies that prefer or have preferential treatment for the state-owned sectors, state-owned enterprises. So how to stimulate the growth of the private sectors through the government's policy is certainly an issue that not only the government cares about, but also affects the daily life of the Chinese people.
Yun-sun, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.